We have a huge update for the Oculus Quest this week. We see the update version 25 is currently being rolled out, which includes a new Oculus Quest app store called the App Lab, as well as the release of the much anticipated Crisis Brigade 2 for the Oculus Quest. So there's lots to cover, let's get straight into it. And we see the alternative to the official Quest store called App Lab. Now this has just been released, and along with it, Crisis Brigade 2. Now this game is like Time Crisis in virtual reality. It's a challenging shooter that will keep you coming back time and time again. But we are getting ahead of ourselves a little here. So first, what is App Lab and why do we need it? Don't we already have the official Oculus store? In answer to that, Facebook is very strict when it comes to what is and what isn't allowed on the official store. So this means that many developers, many who have awesome games, apps and experiences, don't get a chance to share them with the wider Quest community, as these get rejected from the official store for one reason or another. And here's where SideQuest comes in. So SideQuest was launched by Shane Harris back in May 2019. Shane was one of those developers who had his game rejected from the Quest store, and he noticed that many other developers were also having their games knocked back. So he noticed a gap in the market and developed SideQuest. This is an alternative to the official Quest store, which allowed these developers to share their apps and games with the Quest community. Because SideQuest didn't have the same strict requirements as the official Oculus Quest store, it meant that developers could post pretty much any alphas or unfinished games, demos, anything they liked pretty much onto SideQuest for Quest users to then download and play. SideQuest is one of the best things about owning a Quest in my opinion. There are a lot of fantastic free and paid games available that I have checked out in my time, and I'm very grateful to SideQuest for making this possible. But one problem with SideQuest is that it requires you to sideload games, which basically means you need to have a developer account, you need a computer, and that means you need to connect your headset to a computer to install these games, which isn't super difficult to set up, but these are all barriers to downloading them and are particularly problematic if you don't happen to own a computer or the necessary cables. So in comes the App Lab. This is like SideQuest in that it hosts content that, for whatever reason, doesn't make it to the official Quest store. But unlike SideQuest, it is available on your headset. No sideloading, no creating developer accounts, no computers or cables required. Just jump into your headset and begin downloading. So this is why the App Lab is super useful to have. But this App Lab comes with the version 25 update, which Oculus are currently rolling out, which means some may have it and some may not. Does that mean you don't have access to those awesome titles like Crisis Brigade 2 until that update is rolled out to you? Well, I don't have the update yet either, but you can still get access to these titles. There are two main ways that I've found to do this. First is to go into this blog post, which I'll link in the description below, and it lists some of those games, and you can click on these links. It will take you to the Oculus store and you can purchase the apps in there. Then all you do once you've purchased the app is you can go into your library onto your Oculus Quest headset and it should pop up there. The second way you can do this is to go into SideQuest and access those games from SideQuest. Now, I couldn't access them from the downloaded version of SideQuest for whatever reason, maybe they need to do an update, but I went on to the SideQuest website and searched for the games there, and sure enough, the link appears here, and it allows me to download it on the Oculus Quest store. Now, I did try to search for these same games and apps through the official Oculus Quest store, but nothing came up. So it seems, at least to my knowledge, that you can only access them through direct links, through programs like SideQuest, or through getting the version 25 update, which will give you access to the new App Store. And how do you get access to this new update? Now, you might have access already. Oculus are currently rolling it out, so some users will get it before others. But one way you can check for that update is by going to Settings, go into About, and then you'll have this box here that will tell you whether an update is available or not. Now, if this doesn't work, then you can follow these steps to try to update your Oculus Quest automatically. If none of this works, then you will either have to wait till it's rolled out to you officially, or there might be other methods that you can try which are a bit beyond the scope of this video, but you can check YouTube and Google for other methods to update your Quest sooner rather than later. And let's not forget the other feature coming with the version 25 update, which is the ability to use Facebook Messenger if you are signed into your Oculus Quest using your Facebook account. So this allows you to chat by typing your message out in VR, using pre-written conversation starters, or using the voice to text feature. This is all done within the headset. It allows you to also easily create an Oculus party with the people you're chatting with, which makes it really easy to chat over the microphone and then jump into a game together. Now, I don't have the update yet, so I can't test this feature out, but I'm very interested to see how the voice to text works, if it's very reliable, particularly with my accent, if it picks up everything I say. So when that comes out, I'll be very interested to try that out for myself. But now back to the new Oculus App Store. What does this mean for SideQuest now? Does it mean SideQuest is now dead? Well, no, not exactly. According to Shane, SideQuest is not going anywhere anytime soon. And while the Oculus App Store will mean that SideQuest won't pull in as many active users per month as it used to, and we've also heard that Shane will direct a lot of the apps that used to be published on SideQuest to the new Oculus App Store, so we'll probably see less apps available standalone on SideQuest than we did previously. SideQuest will still be a great place for those games, apps and experiences that for whatever reason don't belong on this new Oculus Quest App Store, or perhaps a developer might not want to publish it on the new App Store for whatever reason. And there will still be some older SideQuest games that might not go onto the new Oculus Quest App Store that you can only get from SideQuest. And SideQuest also has more functions than just downloading games. You can sideload APK files onto it, and also play around with ABD commands to do things such as improve the texture quality, or you can change the video capture size, or you can use SideQuest to cast your Oculus Quest headset to your computer. There's actually quite a lot of functions that SideQuest can do. That's too many to actually cover in this video, but I've done a separate video on this that covers all of the different functions that SideQuest has. That's well worth checking out. So the big question is SideQuest dead? Well, no, I don't think so. I think it will continue on in some capacity at least, as it has some very useful functions. I also feel that there will be some games, apps and experiences that can only be found on SideQuest and you won't be able to find on the new Oculus Quest App Store, although I do believe the number of SideQuest users per month will drop sharply. But I still think it serves some useful functions that will keep some users coming back to it time and time again, at least for the foreseeable future. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. As always, if you have liked this video, do remember to hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button and notification bell to be kept up to date with all the latest content coming out of this channel. That's it from me, and I'll catch you in the next video.